Last time I asked you, when Julius Randle left CAA the first time and he joined WME Sports, I asked you if it was significant. And at the time, you told me yes. So now I'm going to ask you again. He left WME Sports after around 6 months, and now he is back. He is back with CAA. And really, I don't remember the last time I've seen a player leave the only agency he's known since entering the league for a different agency, and then a couple of months later, leave that same agency and go back to the agency he's always known. So what do you think about that move from Randle? And do you think it's significant for him moving back to CAA now?
I don't think it's very significant, but I do think something changed.
Right.
RJ Barrett was traded to Toronto. I almost felt that Randle joined Bill Duffy, who is RJ's agent. I thought that maybe they'd be a package where Bill would try to do the best for both of them, because there was a lot of concern. Does RJ and Julius mesh? Both left-handed players, both have a lot of similarities on the offensive end, and maybe they didn't have a great chemistry. So I almost thought that having Bill in control of the two of them, he could do the best for each of his players. Now RJ's gone, and I think Julius realizes with CAA, which runs the Knicks, they're going to do the best for him, and they're going to do the best for the Knicks. I think it's a combination. I think he's just more comfortable with CAA. He's been there his whole career, and I think he knows they're going to do good by him. And whether that stays with the Knicks or moves him to a better place, he knows they're not going to betray him. I don't think he knew Bill very well when he signed up with Bill Duffy, but I don't think it's I think it's more that RJ got traded to Toronto, so it wasn't the same circumstances.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't put that together actually with RJ leaving, and if that was the case, if Randle would want to move as well. So that's actually a pretty good kind of explanation in regards to why he went back to CAA. And hopefully, I thought he went back there when I heard the news. I just thought, okay, in my head, the only way he's going back there is if some type of explanation went down where next time you are up for a contract extension, we're going to take care of you. You're not going to have to leave any money on the table or whatever the case would be. I assume something like that was probably said. Do you think anything like that is probably was spoken about?
I mean, one way or another, they're going to do good by him, whether it's part of an extension and him part of the long-term future,
right,
or putting him in a good spot with another team. I think he trusts CAA so much that he thinks it will work out in the end. Does Julius want to get traded? Listen, he knows it's tough to play in New York, especially when you're not playing very well. He saw that team really take off without him. So I'm wondering if he, listen, he's from Dallas. They may need a piece. It doesn't look like they're going to win the championship. They may need a final piece to the puzzle. But listen, I think that Julius, I don't see him as a long-term piece. I know January was fantastic when they were all healthy, but it was a weak schedule and it was only a few weeks. So it's tough to say, okay, this is, going to work long-term. Again, durability issues with Julius and his age, I'm a little leery of that extension.
I also want to mention and shout out to Ian Bagley of SNY for giving us this following update. He also mentioned that for Julius Randle, he does think Randle will bounce back well from his shoulder surgery and have another strong season in 2024 and 2025. As we've been mentioning, he is eligible for an extension in early August, but he states his prediction is that he and the Knicks will be unable to come to an agreement on an extension in August, which means that Julius Randle will be entering a contract season next year. And we already know when it's contract time for Julius, he is going to perform and show out like nobody's business. So according to ESPN's front office insider Bobby Marks, he breaks down that Brunson's extension maxes out this summer at 4 years, $156.5 million, $39.1 million annually. But if he waits till 2025, his max is 5 years, $258 million, 51.6 average salary for that. With Julius Randle, it's a little bit different because right now he has 4 years, $190 million that he can get an extension for. If he waits, he can get an extension worth more than around $300 million. So the Knicks definitely have some decisions to make regarding extensions. Just regarding these two extensions, Randle took less before. Jalen's on a bargain contract now. Number one, do you see either of these guys taking less in terms of an extension? And if not, what do you think these guys are going to settle down in terms of extension with the Knicks? What do you think that final number is going to be?
I mean, it's the final number doesn't matter to me.
Right.
What matters to me is, does it put him over that second apron when they do these extensions, and if they re-sign OG and iHeart, Hardenstein, is it going to put him in that horrible salary cap situation where they're over the second apron? And what that means, and I'm not an accountant, but it's going to be very tough to make a blockbuster trade.
Yeah.
And they have all this draft capital. That's why there's a feeling you better make this blockbuster sooner than later before you're over the apron, because Randall's going to get paid and Brunson's going to get paid. And that's why, with the numbers you were throwing out for Randall, he's going to be 30 years old next year. He hasn't been very durable the last couple of years, injured in the playoffs, with the ankle situation and a season ago. And then obviously going down late in the year, not even late, I think it was late January, early February.
Right.
But 30 years old next year, he's got a lot of mileage on him. Again, rookie year, he missed with an injury. So I feel that you have to trade Julius. I don't want to give him that kind of extension, not with the signs of him breaking down. And I honestly believe, and I think, I've always been a Julius fan. Right. But in those playoffs and late in the season, I saw Jalen Brunson seem like a freer player without Julius on the court. I mean, to score, was it 40 straight points in 4 straight games in the playoffs? I mean, that's like incredible.
That's Jordan-esque. That's ridiculous.
And it was helping the team win.
Right.
It wasn't like Carmelo Anthony's 40 points in a loss. So I felt that Jalen, it kind of hit me. It's like, I think Julius may get in the way of this incredible rise of Jalen, because I love Jalen. I love the way he's clutch. I love the grit. I think Julius, unfortunately, has never performed in the playoffs. So my theory is you got to trade Julius sooner than later before he gets that extension. I think it's going to be tougher to trade him if he has that extension in his wallet already.
If you enjoyed these clips from the live show, be sure to subscribe to the channel and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new episodes or when we go live. Thanks for watching, Knicks fans, and until next time, peace.